and welcome to the chaos that is moving week. There are boxes, yeah. So since I am in fact moving back to Oslo, Norway, I thought I would ask you guys if you had any questions about Norway, and we could do another Q&A video, because so often I see questions falling into my videos and I don't always get the chance to answer them properly. And this time I asked you guys on the social media sites if you guys had any questions for me, and I would try to answer them in a video. So here we go. Franz asks, what do you think about fårikål? I tried it a few years ago. I still remember the taste. For those of you who don't know, fårikål is actually a dish which basically means lamb in, or actually more like sheep in cabbage, and that's pretty much what it is. It's boiled sheep's meat with cabbage, and you serve it with potato and very little spice. I think maybe salt and pepper. It's got a quite distinctive taste. I think you've got to really like lamb or sheep's meat to prefer it. I myself really like it. It just kind of has to be, I wouldn't say low fat, because there's probably no low fat equivalent of this dish, but more lean meat, then it's actually quite nice. But of course, all in moderation, as with any traditional food. Katarzyna asks, what are the biggest differences between Norway and the other Scandinavian countries? Small question there, Katarzyna. Well, I can only speak from experience. I've only lived in 2 Scandinavian countries myself, Norway and Denmark. I know a lot of Swedes, but I can't say much about them other than the fact that they're very thrifty. Swedes have a tendency to take any and every odd job to make money, because I think that the younger Swedish population doesn't make a lot of money in Sweden, so they come to Denmark and Norway to work. Really standard Danish stereotypes are that they are drunk a lot of the time, which I can neither confirm nor deny. Norwegians are probably the more standoffish and kind of lonery introvert of the 3 Scandinavian countries. Is that a good answer for your question? Sorry. Carl says, since I became an uncle 2 days ago, how about traditions for welcoming newborns? Well, I would say that most people do a baptism. They don't necessarily need to be religious to do a baptism. They are still welcomed into the Norwegian state church to do one if they wish to. It's really all about the get-together and the presents and everyone getting to see the baby. I don't think we have many other traditions. We do not circumcise in Norway, very, very rarely. I think perhaps a percentage of the population does. And that's of course only boys, not girls. Yassine asks, is it right that women in Norway should go to military service as well? If it's right, do you think it's a big step towards gender equality? As far as I know, for the current time, it's not obligatory for women to serve in the military. It is for boys, which is the way that it has been forever, I think. You should either make it mandatory for everyone or mandatory for nobody. I prefer myself to say that it should be mandatory for nobody, and then it should be something that you choose to do yourself, either if you're man or woman. Don't really necessarily see the point of sending 19-year-old boys up to Finnmark to freeze their ass off for a year just so that they can say that, oh, I was served in the army. Kimberly asks, what do Norwegians really think of Americans? Do you really want to know this answer, Kimberly? No, I think it's the same with Norwegians as there is with many other people. I think most people think you're wonderful and great, and some people think you're obnoxious and horrible and loud. I myself like Americans. I like many of the qualities that the American culture holds. There are of course many things I feel are very problematic about American culture. Don't even get me started on politics. I'm just going to say that if you elect Trump as your president, I'm breaking up with you, America. Leomar asks, what would be the hardest word in Norwegian to be uttered, or the trickiest? I'd say probably a word that has a lot of R's, because Norwegians tend to roll their R's. Regelbundne rettigheter. And of course you could say Ibsens ripsbusker andre buskevekster. That's a rhyme that many people tend to try and learn, just in the way that you do rødgrømmefløte in Danish. I really choked myself then. So many languages to leap through. So hopefully you enjoyed this Q&A. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you guys soon. want to follow me on any of the before mentioned social media sites, they are all in the description below, along with my Goodreads page where I list all of the books that I'm reading at the moment. So if you enjoyed this kind of video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, you can always give it a thumbs down, but I guess that's a bit of a dick move, so probably don't do that. If you really liked this video and for more updates and Norway videos and also Oslo vlogs, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys have a good day and I will see you all soon. Bye!